Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you are all doing great today. Before we get into the topic of this video, I just want to say thank you to you guys because the channel has been doing pretty well, honestly. We got up to 22 subscribers recently. The most recent video, which was the Warzone video, the one I made on Warzone, that's up to like 20 likes. So I just want to take the moment to thank you guys. You guys are great, and the channel is doing well. I'm having a great time. I definitely didn't expect that last video to get over 20 likes. It is now my most liked video, and we are up to 22 subscribers. So hey, moving forward in a very good way. So today's video, I actually initially recorded it yesterday, but every single time I recorded it, I made a mistake, so I had to keep on redoing it. So this topic was from yesterday. This is a football video. Talk about the Seattle Seahawks mostly because I'm a Seahawks fan, so I'm obviously making a video on my team. If you want me to make other football videos, kind of covering any other team, like I kind of want to make videos regarding like what I think each. No, actually, I don't think that's necessary. Basically, I guess if you want me to cover a team in a video, I would gladly do that. Except the 49ers or the Rams or the Cardinals. No, I'm joking, but I'll make more football related videos in the future. But this is just the third one I've made so far. So the Seattle Seahawks. This is what the video is all about. This is my team. They have just recently traded Geno Smith, the starting quarterback, not anymore, and many other moves. And I kind of just wanted to talk about it, break it down in my opinion, because obviously I'm a fan, so I can talk about it. Break it down, talk about what I think they should do and what is the plan going forward, because, I did like Geno. I thought, there were some times where he generally played like a shit, but for the most of the time, he was a pretty solid quarterback who was just stuck behind a terrible O-line. O-line was a huge problem. They never seem to fix it. Every year, they just never seem to really address it. But that's not where we'll kind of break it down. So yes, again, Geno Smith has been traded to the Las Vegas Raiders for a third-round pick. Honestly, I think the Raiders are getting a good. The Raiders have been in a QB purgatory for a couple years now, and this makes it to where if whoever I think they have the 6th overall pick, right? I think they have they're out of the top 5 picks, I think. So obviously, as you see, Geno Smith has been traded to the Raiders, and then my glorious king Tyler Lockett, my favorite player, has been released. I hope they can maybe bring him back on a cheaper deal, but I kind of doubt it. And many other players have been released, and DK have requested a trade, so it's not looking good. A lot of people are saying they're cleaning house. I mean, just because we got rid of DK and Geno and Lockett doesn't mean entirely we're rebuilding. We can. You can't replace Lockett, and DK is gonna be difficult to replace. And Geno, I mean, as long as we can at least fill the gaps, it's not over yet. But the Raiders again have not really had a good quarterback in a while, and I'm not saying Geno's a perfect quarterback, but I think he can hold the line. So I'm not really sure what their draft pick is. I'm pretty sure they're out of the top 5, I think. And if they are in the top 5, I mean, they have a chance to at least let their rookie quarterback sit behind Geno for a year instead of throwing him out into the wolves with a team that's not ready. He's not going to be ready to handle a team that doesn't have a lot of talent. Off topic, the Seahawks actually tried to trade Geno and DK Metcalf to the Raiders for Max Crosby, and unfortunately got denied. That would have been I would have loved to have Max Crosby in the team, but the Seahawks have made quite a lot of changes over the past few days. Obviously, getting rid of longtime player Tyler Lockett, which made me very, very sad. And Geno, not Geno, DK requested a trade. He has 1 year left on his deal, and he either wants to get paid or just wants to win. And I mean, maybe he's using this as a strategy to get paid by Seattle, but I really hope we can find a way to keep him. If we can't, I guess got to replace him, because then it'll just be Jackson Smith and Jake Bobo. Jake Bobo is good. Whenever he's on the field, he's really good. And Jackson Smith and JSN, he's a stud. So really, replacing DK definitely won't be easy, but I think we can at least find someone to fill the gap and eventually kind of mold into a great player, a rookie, or spend some money in free agency. But I'm going to kind of break it down on each position sort of what the Seahawks can do or should do, because now we have a void. They have a void at the QB position. We have a hole at running backs, and obviously O-line needs to be fixed as well, and defense could always use some help, because the defense it plays good sometimes, but it's a little inconsistent at times. So really need that to be better. But overall, the biggest concern is no quarterback now, because the only other quarterback is Sam Howell, and he sucks. Sam Howell is bad. I saw a comment section in a comment. Someone said, "Oh, let's just use Sam Howell." Like, no, absolutely not. Please don't. I'm sorry. Please do not let that happen. I would take like almost any other scenario actually, other than Sam Howell. And maybe I'm wrong about it. Maybe if they do choose to go out with him and he dominates, but I generally don't think that would happen. Maybe I'm a hater, but I don't want that. So obviously there's a couple scenarios the Seahawks could go with. There's option A, sign a quarterback in free agency. There's quite a couple quarterbacks available this year in free agency. Option B, draft somebody. And option C, roll with Sam Howell. Option C might be the worst one. Option B, which is the draft somebody. I mean, it really depends. But like, I did a bit of research. Like, so when it comes to free agency, here's our options. So option number one is Sam Darnold. Okay, he is obviously going to be a free agent. I don't think the Vikings intend on re-signing him. The biggest cock block for the Seahawks would be breaking news: the Vikings re-sign Sam Darnold. I don't think that would happen because they have J.J. McCarthy. I remember how someone said, "Oh, they should trade J.J. McCarthy and keep Sam Darnold." Like, I'm not really sure if they would do that logically, but and I know Sam Darnold definitely had a stinker to finish the year. The last two games of the season were not good for him. But if we use that as like a outlier and not an actual official example, he had a really good year for the most part. I should have looked at more of his stats. I'm pretty sure he had like 30 touchdowns or more. Really, he did have a pretty good year. I definitely think in terms of free agency, he might be the best option for the Seahawks. I mean, there's a couple options. There's a couple of crazy options that I'll get into later. But Sam Darnold, there's two scenarios with Sam Darnold. Scenario one, it works out, and we get him for like 3 years. Well, it depends on what the deal is. We get him for a couple years, and we get him to play like a star and do great. And scenario B, he plays like shit, and we've made a big mistake on signing him. I hope that one's option B sounds. I mean, scenario B does not sound good, and scenario A sounds good. I mean, there's the crazy option. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Okay, here it is. Bring back Russell Wilson. I mean, as much as I love Russell Wilson, I don't think this would be a wise idea. I mean, listen, you could do it this way. You bring back Russell Wilson, and then you draft somebody to sit behind him. Because Russell Wilson, he's like, isn't he 35, 34, something like that? He's old. I don't know how much longer he has on the tank, really. Or if anything. A lot of people say he doesn't have anything. I mean, he was with the Steelers, and the Steelers are just a mediocre team at its core. I don't really... I don't know. If I woke up on, like, free agency and I found out the Seahawks brought back Russell Wilson, I'd both be, like, happy because that'd be an awesome reunion, but, like, he's not the same player anymore. And he's not. Russell Wilson's not the same player anymore. If we're talking, like, peak Russell Wilson, like 2018, 2019, ooh. That'd be nice, but I don't know, man. Bringing him back would be a odd choice, and I think the only logical way to bring him back is you bring him back and then you draft somebody. So if Russell Wilson does suck on the team, you at least have a rookie back behind him, unless that rookie ends up sucking too. Listen, when it comes to the draft option, Seahawks have pick number 18, unless they intend on trading up, which is very expensive in the NFL. Trading up usually requires sacrificing like a future first round or something. Most of the top tier quarterbacks are gone by like the top 10. So really, and if the Seahawks want to draft like a sleeper guy, like kind of like how Russell Wilson was drafted in the third round. Oh, and there's obviously Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a terrible option. Absolutely not. Please, no. I'm sorry. He's not him anymore. He's not in his prime. Yes, he made a few good throws here and there with the Jets, but please don't. But back to my conversation because I forgot I had that picture up because I was going to talk about the free agents. I just don't know if you're going to draft one of those sleeper guys in like the third round, then draft him in the third or second round. Don't use that first round pick on a guy who's supposedly a sleeper because then if he's actually terrible, then we're stupid. But when it comes to like free agents, Sam Darnold's definitely the best option. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, man. And there's Justin Fields, but I don't think he'll be a free agent. There's rumors that he might re-sign with the Steelers. He might not. Wait, is he on a 1-year deal? Or is he on a multi-year deal? I'm pretty sure he was on a 1-year deal. That's why he's obviously a free agent. At least I think so, unless he's on a multi-year deal and they're cutting him. I'm pretty sure it's just a 1 year deal, so he could be a free agent. I gotta search that up again, but pretty sure he's one of them. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, anyways, really, when it comes to the quarterback option, free agent wise, Sam Darnold is the top pick. I would say Justin Fields or Russell Wilson are good, okay options, but Justin Fields, I mean, they picked Russell Wilson over him. I'm not trying to say Justin Fields is bad, but you have like 4 years to do well and with the Bears. But the Bears are a bad team. But really, I think generally, if we could listen, the best scenario for the Seahawks, in my opinion, is get Sam Darnold right. Find a way to get DK to stay on the team, because by trading Geno Smith, by cutting Tyler Lockett, unfortunately, by cutting a bunch of other players, the team made money. The team have saved a bit of money on cap space, so now we have a bit more wiggle room, so we can give some money to Sam Darnold for a couple years, whatever. And if we can find a way, if they can find a way to convince DK to stay, that'd be awesome. If they can't get DK to stay, well, then that's unfortunate. They're gonna have to draft somebody or sign someone in free agency to fill the void. Seahawks overall have a good offense, right? You have Kenneth Walker, who's behind. When he's behind a terrible O line, he can't really do much. But when he's healthy and has actually space to run, he's fantastic. I really hope they at least do something to address the terrible offensive line somehow this season. Okay, really. I mean, you guys, there's some free agents. I think there's some draft prospects. Really, they just got to do something to fix the O line. But best scenario for the Seahawks is keep DK, get Sam Darnold, draft another rookie. Maybe not draft another rookie, actually, to be honest. Because granted, there's a scenario what if Sam Darnold sucks, but really, Seahawks have a good offense at its core. This is a scenario without DK Metcalf, or I guess this is a scenario with. Okay, so you obviously have Kenneth Walker. When he's healthy and he has room to run, he's great. You have Noah Fant, who's a really good tight end. AJ Barner, who's another good tight end. Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's a young star. Scenario with DK is he's not perfect, but he makes good plays, and I think if we find a way to utilize him more, because I feel like sometimes they don't utilize him enough. When he's open, he's good. And then you have obviously Jake Bobo, who's a really good player when he's on the field. But if we can't retain DK Metcalf, they're gonna have to find a way to replace him again by either drafting someone or signing somebody, or both. A little bit of both. You can sign a free agent and then draft a good rookie prospect who could fill the void, because obviously you can't really expect to roll out with just Jackson Smith and Jigba and then Jake Bobo, because I mean, just too much. I think I think definitely fixing the O line is a huge priority. But again, best scenario for the Seahawks: find a way to keep DK, get Sam Darnold, fix the O line, draft some defensive players, and you got yourself a good team who won 10 games last year. They can win more this year if we do the right things this offseason. But really, when it comes to the draft, okay, now we're going to talk about draft. So I did a bit of research. There's Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, a couple other prospects, but a majority of those guys might be gone by the time we're up on the board. And really, I don't think it'd be the best idea to grab some rookie and then throw him out into the field right away. Now, obviously, it works for some teams. It works for the Commanders, but those are small examples. That doesn't happen very often where you're able to throw a rookie out right away, and then they do perfect right away. But I definitely think drafting a rookie wouldn't be terrible. But if we get Sam Darnold, right? If we sign Sam Darnold, save drafting a random quarterback for like the second or third round, right? Draft some sleeper who could, again, potentially take the reins if anything happens to Sam Darnold. If he gets hurt or if he generally sucks, you at least have someone to fall back on. Not Sam Howell. Not him. No, he's terrible. But, yeah, that's kind of just what I think. The Seahawks just got to find a way to, first of all, I mean, huge priority to fix the fucking O-line, dude. The O-line is always an issue. It's been an issue since Russell Wilson was still on the team. And, I mean, God, if you can give Geno, when he was on the team, when he had time to throw and he had time to survey the field, he was sharp. Yeah, there were some times where he'd throw a terrible, awful interception, like that one pick six he threw against the Rams earlier this season. I mean, that was bad, but really, when he has time to throw it, there's times where we lost some games strictly because the O-line couldn't fucking protect Geno, and then he'd get sacked on like second down, and then we'd be stuck in third and long, and then we'd be stuck in a throw situation, and then we couldn't do shit. So really, I just think fixing the O-line is a huge priority. Just you gotta do something about it. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to the Seahawks, best scenario, get Sam Darnold, because projections from all the experts, from all the NFL analysts, and they are projecting that the Seahawks are the top pick for now picking up Sam Darnold. And I totally, at first, when I first saw it, I'm like, I don't know about that. But then I kind of thought about, like, he did have a good season with Minnesota. Sure, he had a really bad game against the Jaguars, whatever week that was. They ended up winning like 12-7. He threw 3 picks, though, and he played like shit. And then obviously the last 2 games of the season, week 18 against the Lions, and then the wild card against the Rams. Those were not pretty games by him. But I think if those are outliers, I believe. If those are outliers and he can actually play really good, he can elevate this team to more than just 10 wins. And if we can fix the O-line, find a way to retain DK, even if not retain DK, we can draft somebody. And then, of course, find a way to, like, bolster the O-line. Find a way to, I guess, find someone who can at least replace the void that DK leaves behind. This could be a great team. It really can. Honestly, I think it's going to cut the video off. Yeah, I think that's it. When I initially recorded this shit yesterday, it came up to like 20 minutes. Like, really? So, but anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for listening to me talking about the Seahawks and stuff. I would gladly make more videos on other teams in the future. Yeah, I think I appreciate the channel, you guys for supporting the channel. The channel's doing really well. Up to 22 subscribers. We're moving. It's moving good. I'm actually surprised that we're 8 subscribers away from 30. That's what's crazy. 8 subscribers away from 30. Wow. Okay, but anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Feel free to like or subscribe. I'm not going to be... Yes, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll have another video up later today or tomorrow. Yeah, see you guys in the next video and have a great rest of your day.